What's up, everyone? Sean Count Blackguard here today with a different angle. If you like this, let me know. Just trying out something a little bit different. Collection update. Not really in the best of moods, but I kind of want to get this done and I want to try something different because I recorded this already, but the editing process caused some pretty crazy audio lag. So if you see this, there shouldn't be much audio lag. Now, for this video, I have 3 cassettes, 3 CDs, a lathe cut, 7-inch, a flexi disc, and 5 LPs, so I got a lot of shit to show, so I'm going to get right into it. First cassette, these cassettes were sent to me by my buddy Ross. He sent me a message saying that he was a fan of my channel and I inspired him to create videos. And I checked out his channel and he's really good, actually. So, yeah, I was really stoked when he said that he wanted to send me some stuff. He seemed like a good guy, and he came through, and he sent me 3 cassettes. First one that I got is House of Adoris with Demo 1. This is a death metal band from, I believe, Minnesota, and they play a style of death metal that is very much in vein of the old school shit. If you're a fan of like Swedish death metal or whatever, this will definitely be for you. I have copy number 104 out of 250. I will have links to all this shit in the description, so definitely check it out. Pro-printed tape and a very thick cardstock J card. Really cool shit. So that is House of Adoris or Aturus with Demo 1. Up next is a tape they sent me. I cannot read this band's logo at all. It's called Buried Beneath and Forgotten. This is put out by Fragile Branch Recordings. This is some one-man post black metal, I guess. If you're into like super emotive black metal, this is for you, but it's completely instrumental, so if the vocals are a turnoff for some reason, this might be your thing, and I would definitely recommend checking this out because it's very good. This is, I believe, 4 tracks. Home dub tape with stickers. Philistafa is the name of this project. Nice J card. I got number 15 out of 500. Really cool shit. I believe this is a project from Indonesia as well. Really good shit. Definitely check it out. I'll have a link in the description as usual, like I said with the last one. Give this a listen if you haven't done so. And the last cassette, this is a really good one that I've been wanting to buy for quite some time. This is Defest with Through Wood and Fog. Now, this is some really cool atmospheric black metal. If you're a fan of Volkna, definitely check this out. Once again, it's instrumental, which is nice for people that are turned off by black metal vocals for some reason. But yeah, very cool atmospheric black metal. I believe these guys are from the US. Definitely check them out. Really solid shit. Super dense, hazy, foggy atmosphere. Thank you very much, Ross, for sending me this. I definitely appreciate it. Alright, up next, got a classic Norwegian black metal CD. Not really classic, it was put out in 2009. Definitely an album I feel like pretty much everyone who's into black metal should know it by now. This is Tok Tok Tek Tek whatever it is. I can't pronounce it. Self-titled. I know it means fog in Norwegian. I've been told it's Tok, I've been told it's Tak, Take, I don't fucking know. But yeah, here's the inside. If you're watching this and you don't know this band, I don't know what's wrong with you. Just excellent black metal, unique riffing. Nothing that really stands out head and shoulders above the rest of Norwegian black metal, in my opinion. but they are able to create and capture a truly awesome atmosphere. And for those of you that are like me, they're all about atmosphere, this is definitely something for you to check out if you already haven't, but you fucking should have by now. As I should have stated with the Toke CD, I got these at the Soundgarden in Syracuse. Fucking great record store. And I picked this one up. Both of these together were $10. This is really cool, very sketchy. I actually own this on cassette, and this is definitely censored compared to the cassette version, but there's some little oddities throughout this that are kind of interesting. Nocturnal Mortem Knee Christ. I fucking love this album. I don't care if there were racist shitbags on this album. They abandoned the ideology a couple years back, so props to them for leaving that bullshit behind. The End Records original press, which is very cool. Definitely censored because this was like a racial tirade of "We declare total war on," and it was pretty fucking bad. But this album is really good. It's folky black metal with a bit of atmosphere, very straightforward and to the point, but it's as blasting as albums like Through the Gates of Blasphemous Fire and Goat Horns. This one is a bit more mid-paced, kind of reminds me of like the Lunar Poetry era sort of shit, which is definitely right up my alley. Now, an interesting thing about this CD version that's definitely a little out there would be the track listing on this. I believe there's 12 tracks or something like that on there. They're not numbered, and I'm not going to sit here and fucking count them all. But when you pop the CD in, it says there's 88 tracks. Now, for those of you that are familiar with Nazis, you know 88 means Heil. And the reason why I'm not saying that is the fact that I don't need someone splicing up this video, just uploading a thing of me saying Heil, insert fucking shitbag here. But anyways, I thought that was an interesting little tidbit about this version of the album. Really good shit, though. If you haven't heard this and you're not afraid of sketch, this is some awesome stuff. And the last CD I have was sent to me by Appalachian Noise. Thank you very much for sending me this. I absolutely love this album. I'll probably do a review of this, so I don't want to say too much. This is the Projectionist with, was it Exiled Solitude? Fucking killer Canadian black metal. Kind of in vein of Nightbringer a little bit. So if you're into that really raw, not really raw, but ritualistic yet aggressive black metal with like a dense atmosphere, this is definitely for you. Really enjoyed this. Link will be in the description to where you can check this out. Killer stuff, absolutely killer. The Projectionist with Exalted Solitude, excuse me. No, this is not a wardrobe change or something stupid like that. My head was just sweating with that on. My head goes from being hot to cold all the time. Bald head struggles, I guess. No wonder fucking skinheads are pissed off all the time. Jesus Christ. Anyways, I'm a fucking idiot. Why do you guys watch me? So first up, we have a flexi disc. This is the Tombs flexi for Ashes, put out by Decibel Magazine. Really, really cool flexi, nice edition that Ross once again sent me. Thank you very much, man. I love Tombs. Ashes is an excellent song, and it's really cool to have this. These sound like garbage, and so do lathe cuts, but it doesn't matter. This is just some really awesome stuff just to even have in the collection, so thank you very much, man. Up next is the lathe cut that he sent me, and this is really cool, put out by Fragile Branch once again. This is a lathe cut 7-inch of Morgrim, and this is Premature Slaughter in an Age of Torment. If you don't know Morgrim, they are a black metal band from the US. They play a very raw, dissonant style black metal that really reminds me of Xasthur. This is actually a misprint promo version. It's misprint because the back of it, the letters don't line up. So I have X out of 23, and I guess there's like only 3 of these with the misprint, which is pretty cool. So I got one of those. Thank you, man. My inner collector scum is like freaking out over this. Very unique lathe cut in the fact that it's like a square and it's like trippy as shit watching it on the turntable. But sounds like crap, but it kind of adds to it just because this is like super raw, abrasive, like fucking black metal. So I would definitely recommend checking this out if you're into like Xaster, but want it even more raw. More grim is definitely for you. And up next we have the 12-inch records. This first one is a classic, and if you, for some reason, have never heard this album, shame on you. That sound was me throwing CDs. This is the best album from this band. If this isn't your favorite album by this band, you're wrong. It's Black Sabbath, Master of Reality. This is an upgrade copy. My dad's that he bought, I believe, within like the same day or the week that he bought this turntable that's behind me. And for those of you wondering, it's a Technics SL 1900. His copy is trashed. It's kind of funny because like I love this album, but for years I've never been able to really listen to it in full other than like through YouTube or whatever, just because his copy is so beat. It has seen many parties. So when I saw this at Reimagine Records in Utica, I had to get this. Excellent reissue done by Warner Brothers. This is not part of the Rhino reissues. I only have 2 of those. I have Volume 4 and self-titled with the Rhino, but this is awesome. Excellent gatefold. I really like that. Every song on this album, man. Fucking Sweet Leaf, After Forever, Children of the Grave, Lord of This World, Into the Void, Solitude with that really weird flute shit. I love this album, man. It's so good. This comes with a printed inner sleeve with like notes about the album and like the backstory on it and what was happening with Sabbath at that time. And just like my Paranoid, it's actually on colored vinyl, and this one is on green, solid green, 180 grams. Sounds amazing. Really love this reissue. Highly recommend you pick it up if you ever see it. And it shouldn't break the bank. It's pretty cheap. Although if you can find an original that's in good shape, and I'm sure it'll be cheaper. So fucking whatever. Do what it takes to get your hands on Master of fucking Reality. Alright, so these next 3 records are from the Soundgarden in Syracuse. I bought this as a blind buy. It was $9.99, and the artwork was sick, and I saw it was put out by Southern Lord. Never heard of this band before, had no idea what they sounded like, but I trust Southern Lord, and the artwork was sick enough where I felt like it was probably something I'd enjoy. And if it wasn't, I could just use it as trade fodder or something to that effect. So, this is Sarabante with Poisonous Legacy. Yeah, this artwork is fucking crazy. It turned out to be like crust punk hardcore sort of stuff, like Trap Them, but a bit filthier and a bit more rooted in hardcore and less on like the grind, power violence, Converge-y sort of sound. This one just kind of goes more of like late 90s, early 2000s hardcore mixed in with like the modern crust sound. Really, really good shit. These dudes are from Greece, and they kill it. They absolutely kill it. This comes on just plain, standard weight, black vinyl. Really like the labels. And this also comes with a lyric sheet. The lyrics that are in English are amazing. And then the rest of them are in Greek. So obviously I don't know what those say, but because it's all Greek to me. Kill me. But yeah, if you want like crusty sort of hardcore Sarabant, I don't know, Sarabante with Poisonous Legacy. Definitely check this out. As I said, this was $9.99. I'm sure you can find it pretty much anywhere for a good price. So check that shit out. Up next is a record that really surprised me. Especially it was used for I think $13. So fucking score. Amazing condition. I've been wanting this album since it came out in 2015. This is U.S. black metal band based out of New York City. They're amazing. Yellow Eyes with their album Sick with Bloom. Sick with Bloom is their third album. I had not listened to the first and second one, but I did listen to this when it was streaming. I forgot on what website when it came out, and I really like this album. I checked it out mostly because I saw the name Yellow Eyes on my newsfeed, and I was like, ooh, that sounds cool. And it's definitely fucking great. If you're into like Krauss, but you don't want that really bizarre sort of riffing with the... It's hard to describe. It's like, without the bizarre riffing of Krauss, but still just as dissonant with a little bit of Wolves in a Throne Room sprinkled in, but it's not Cascadian sounding, and still has like a bit of evil and angst and hatred sprinkled throughout. Sick with Bloom is definitely your record. I cannot think of the label that put this out just because of that weird ass logo. Yeah, it's catalog number Relic 72, whatever that is. Just plain gatefold with lyrics, fine by me, and this is just on a super basic black vinyl with just black labels that say A and B. But I really like minimalist packaging for black metal, so that's fine by me. Fucking killer record. If you haven't heard Yellow Eyes, check it out. Yellow Eyes, Sick with Bloom. And the last record I got at Soundgarden. I have one record to show after this. Norwegian black metal. This is an album that a lot of people are kind of iffy about. But this was the first stuff I ever heard from this band. So I have a soft spot in my heart for it. This album doesn't really feel like a full length to me. It feels more like a compilation, but it's still an amazing record nonetheless. And that would be Gorgroth with Destroyer or How to Philosophize with a Hammer. God damn, this album rips. It's a really scattered album in the aspect of Gal makes his Gorgroth debut on this, but he's only on the first track, Destroyer. And then the rest, it's vocals by Pest and T. Reaper. And I believe either Infernus or Tormentor does vocals on one of the songs that's in Norwegian Blood Offer. No, Blood Offer it is. Duh, it's not even Norwegian. I've always liked this album cover, despite how cheesy it is with that face faded into that fucking ship. But whatever. Fucking amazing album. This is the Soul Cellar 2016 or 2017? 2017 reissue. Comes with a insert, no lyrics, it just has a thing by Metallian talking about this album. Of course, Metallian that ran Slayer magazine. Really cool to read that a little bit, kind of talking about the controversy of this album with them signing to Nuclear Blast and shit like that. But yeah, it's always kind of disappointing me that Gorgroth gets kind of overshadowed by like Dark Throne and Burzum and Mayhem and like those sort of bands. Don't get me wrong, those bands are all amazing and I feel like they're well known for a reason. Like I'll never shit on them for being entry level. I just feel like the reason why everyone knows them is because they're fucking incredible. And I feel like Gorgroth has put out material that's almost on par, if not in some cases superior than like definitely mid-era Mayhem. Especially like the first 4 or 5 records from Gorgroth are just top-notch, in my personal opinion at least. Now this is the type of album I would normally pass on just because they usually come in shitty packaging, but since this had a jacket, it's a picture disc, so I went with it. And I really like this picture disc. It actually sounds good, and it looks really nice, despite how it's just the same exact artwork from the jacket. Yeah, really cool stuff. And I kind of like the fact that it's a picture disc because the original press was a picture disc. So it kind of has like the spirit of it. Yeah, really good album. This is this album was reprinted, I want to say in like 2009 or something like that. I can't remember the exact year, but Back on Black reissued it on as a non-picture disc, and a lot of people shit all over Back on Black, saying that they're like unofficial, which I can't find anything about. So if you know anything about Back on Black reissues being unofficial, let me know. I'm curious to hear about that, because first I've ever heard of that was the other day. I got a comment from someone, but regardless, I like Back on Black, but this Soul Seller press obviously would be superior. Despite the flimsy jackets, whatever, to me, it's about the music, and the music on this fucking kicks ass. So, Gorgoroth Destroyer, don't believe the bullshit people have said about it. It's actually a good album, despite the fact that it feels more like a compilation than an album. And last, but definitely not least, I bought this off my friend Alex. He made a post. He was selling some records. I saw this and I had to buy it from him because it's bullshit. I've never owned this record, despite the fact this is like the quintessential war metal album. This is the beginning of it. And for years I never understood the hype of it, and now that I've gave this like 7 or 8 proper spins since I got it, I understand it now completely. And that is the almighty Blasphemy with Fallen Angel of Doom. This is the 2015 Nuclear War Now repress, because the original sell for batshit insane money, and even the ones that were reissued in the early 2000s still sell for crazy, crazy money that I would never spend on this, but it's a fucking amazing record, though. As I said, this is the beginning of war metal. This is 1990. I mean, if you look at the back, this, like, just this whole layout in general, like, kind of set the tone for bands like Archgoat and Black Witchery. Like, you could tell that they worship at the altar of Blasphemy. But classic artwork. This is such a great album. Fucking insane. Grave desecration, full on with burning stones and shit. I love the absurdities of war metal. But this is a killer, killer goddamn album, and I'll show you what this comes with. And also, I should say, the reason why I haven't picked this up sooner is once when I had a job and I started working and making money, I could only find in distros, because I feel weird about buying off Discogs sometimes. It's kind of a crapshoot. And all I could find was just the version with the inverse colors of the white background with the black demon, which looks stupid. So if I'm going to get this album, I want the black cover, and I got this for a really good price. But anyways, comes with Nuclear War Now flyer with Iron Bonehead on the back, of course, as usual. So you know, this is a co-release with the Ross Bay Cult. Comes with a lyric sheet, very close to the original. Favorite part of this is their special thanks to all the black metal Satanists, fire breathers, witches, satanic skinheads, and goat worshippers of Ross Bay Cemetery, Victoria, British Columbia. These dudes have spent way too much time in that goddamn cemetery, but I'm glad they have, because it resulted in some pretty fucking amazing music. The only gripe I really have with this album is the mixing on it. I wish I could hear the guitar more. It's kind of buried in the mix with the drums and the vocals, but you could still hear it. It's just not as prominent as I wish it was. But goddamn, the album is near flawless. This is when war metal was about riffs and not about just creating a total barrage of noise. I don't know, I'm not a big fan of some of the stuff that people are doing, but I'm really glad to see that the bands that do it good do it amazing. And Blasphemy, of course, is one of those bands. This is just on plain black vinyl because I feel like this shouldn't be on any other color. Maybe red, maybe white, but that's kind of pushing it. I saw there was like blue and all this stupid shit. No, just fucking black vinyl. It works perfect. It sounds great. I mean, I don't give a shit. But yeah, just my 2 cents on the vinyl colors that are available of this album. Anyways, also comes with this poster, which is awesome. Black metal skinheads. That was their whole thing. Maybe these guys will return with an album, but I'm doubting it since we've heard fucking nothing but live shows from them since they came back in like 2000. And then it wasn't until 2009 that they made like a full return by playing NWN Fest and playing various festivals around the world. I know they can't get into the US because of crimes that they've committed, which is no surprise to me, considering they're like one of the most legit bands with what they believe and what they sing about, which is why I respect them so much. Because I hate bands that are pseudo-Satanists that just do it because it's the metal thing to do. I respect bands that are like really into it, and Blasphemy really are all about it. So, but yeah, back to what I was saying, I hope I can get to see them live one day because I'm sure hearing these songs in a live setting would be just pure fucking decimation, and that's what I'm looking for, what I really want to see when I go see a band of this style. So yeah, there's my sort of rant on that. But anyways, that's the end of this video. Hopefully by the time I edit all this down it won't be too long and take forever to upload, but hope you enjoyed this. If you didn't, go fuck yourself. Too bad. I have a couple reviews coming up. I don't really have any sort of discussions lined up or anything, but I have some kind of cool ideas for a series, and it's called Why It Doesn't Suck, which would be me talking about stuff that's generally hated upon that I actually like, and I kind of defend it. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.